So the first game of the season didn't go super well. Luckily, this game against the Bucks, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this one's a blowout. Some good things happen. Courtney Lee hits a three-pointer, huzzah! So now I don't have to trade him after he missed one in the first game of the season. He's actually been pretty decent for us. He's not a sharpshooter, so he's not gonna hit it every single time, and if there's anybody on him, it might not drop, but he's still pretty decent. Nerlens Noel being a god-tier defensive player, the flat top, it gives him so many powers on that side of the floor. And then Courtney Lee will actually be willing to run inside the three-point line as well, which is pretty nice. Jeremy Grant, the jumper is coming along. A B+ on a wide-open three-pointer, that's a good look. Although this one right here shows us still got work to do. He's in like the low 70s with his jumpers, so definitely on the right track. And besides that, Brandon Ingram, he's kind of up for MVP at the moment if we can keep on winning games after this blowout win here. The isolations are pretty wild because the Bucks had pretty much no chance of stopping him. It's just one after the other. Just get inside the paint. No resistance from the Milwaukee defense whatsoever. And the Bucks, they did something. Jabari Parker made that one, so shout out to him. But Brandon Ingram, if you haven't noticed, he's also pretty damn good when it comes to his outside shot as well. So when Giannis gave him a little bit of space, had to hoist it up. Brandon Ingram had himself a hell of a game against the Bucks. Now, not everything was peachy, however. Once again, we're losing guys off of screens. This is pretty much just Rodney Hood here. This is kind of a thing we do, you know. I take Courtney Lee out of the game who can defend these sort of plays. I put Rodney Hood in, and Hood, he has a tough time sometimes with this sort of stuff. He's not a horrible defensive player, but he's not one of the better ones on the team either. Now, we can't discredit Rodney too much because what he gave us offensively in this game was huge. Driving inside there, although he's slow as hell in 2K for some reason. I'm pretty sure he's not that slow in real life. Fast break right here. Finishing with his, well, that was his left hand, which is not significant because he's left-handed. Whatever. And then we get our fast break on one more time. Schroeder back to Rodney Hood. Milwaukee, they didn't have a chance against us, although when I actually simulated to the end, it was only a 5-point game, so maybe something crazy happened in the fourth quarter. I don't know. On to the actual gameplay of this one against the Indiana Pacers. And we're going to really get it going in the fourth quarter, but I want to highlight a couple of things. Once again, Courtney Lee willing to run the fast break, which is very good for us. So even though I can't run any offense through him, he's able to hit threes, he can run the fast break. It's all pretty good. Speaking of the fast break, Jeremy Grant went wild in this game. And this is what his athleticism really allows us, which is why if he's able to hit three-pointers, he becomes so valuable with his defense and how quickly he can get up and down the floor. You see that he does it again right here. So it's all good stuff. Now let's get to the real meat of this game. Paul George is looking pretty happy, which is not a good sign for us because I'm pretty sure he just hit a three-pointer. We're only up 2 points. They got an interesting roster with Brandon Knight there and Miles Turner doing whatever the hell he wants to do. They also have Shaq's son, and they have some dude whose name I cannot pronounce that we left a little too open. And now we're down 1 point, so that's a pretty good look for us. Then I gotta say, this game against Indiana, Brandon Knight had one of those Monte Ellis 2K games where he just looks like frickin' Michael Jordan and you have no chance. Luckily, he missed that one, however. And then we're on the break, and if you notice, the left side of the floor is pretty open for Brandon Ingram. That's the worst thing you can ever do. Listen, the Brandon Ingram MVP campaign, it's definitely rolling early on in the season. I don't know how the hell Paul George hit that shot. Dude was like falling away, doing a backflip. He still managed to make it in. Can Jahlil Okafor score on Shaq's son? No, he didn't do a very good job there, so let's reset. Let's get it back to him, or we can at least run a pick and roll and maybe he'll get the ball. Or maybe not, and Dario Saric, why did he fade away? I know the dude was like in the area, but I don't think that warranted him fading away on that shot. And then unfortunately, Courtney Lee did what he could, but Paul George makes that. Don't tell me we're going to lose this game. There's only 30 seconds left. We're down 2 points. We got to do something right now. I got Jeremy Grant in the game for some defense. Hopefully that can help us out, or not, because Paul George just got into the paint, and we really couldn't get that rebound. Ooh boy, sometimes 2K can be a little rage-inducing, and I appreciate the fact that I don't do these videos live for that very reason. 4 points, the last time out. This one ain't looking very good, y'all. Not gonna lie to you. Luckily, we get an illegal screen from Grant and Ingram. Ooh, the 3-point play, that's big. That's very big. Not much time taken off the clock. If he can make this free throw, even better with the excellent release. We're not dead yet, Indiana. Y'all are gonna have to make some free throws. That should have been a steal. Holy hell, that was some BS. So is Brandon Knight gonna make this one? And he does. Well, guys, if I can get really corny on you for a second. 4 seconds. We got one shot, one opportunity. Mom spaghetti. Tie game, boys. We tied this thing up. Brandon Ingram's a god. It was like an F release, but it didn't matter. We're going to overtime. Well, hold on. Let's make sure he misses. Okay, we're going to overtime. And I can't let us lose this game now. With the heroics of Brandon Ingram, we can't get an L on the scoreboard after this one, alright? The MVP campaign needs to keep on keeping on, and it helps when you get some wins. But I also want to say, I love Nerlens Noel. Holy hell, that open shot. Remember like 3 years ago when he couldn't hit that? Now that he actually can make that shot for us, he's so damn valuable. They want to double team Jahlil Okafor, and it's not always the best idea. Speaking of double teams, Nerlens right place again, my goodness. Brandon Ingram's the MVP of the league. Nerlens Noel is the MVP of this team, if that makes any sense, which it doesn't, but it's fine. And then watch, Nerlens Noel, it only gets better, because for some reason I'm way off to the right, but it's okay. Block Shaq's son. Nerlens Noel, man. Carrying us in this overtime. Hit the jumper, playing defense, block shots, and then we just need one more play to take it home. My goodness, what a game. What a game between us and the Indiana Pacers. Ingram's feeling it. He knows what he's doing on this floor right now. And all we got to do is hope that they don't make a shot and, well, actually, they're just kind of broken. Frickin' Brandon Ingram dunked on him and they forgot how to play basketball. The frickin' code just broke. I don't know what the hell that was. So we won. Hell of a game. I'm really shocked we won this one, to be honest with you. That 3-pointer Ingram hit to force the overtime. Nerlens Noel in overtime. My goodness, man. 39 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds. I'm getting the hell up out of here.